I have here a jar full of your curiosities and a little bit of your anxieties, actually, because this video is all about the Bachelor of Education, and we're going to be talking about some real stuff. Jokes, we're going to be talking about your future, which is real, actually. This video is basically going to be about getting into the education program, on staying in it, and just answering a couple of your questions about, you know, what teachables do I need, and what am I going to do if I don't want to be a teacher anymore. If I don't get accepted to the Bachelor of Education, will I still have a chance to be accepted for a Bachelor of Arts? So let's say French Studies. Thank you to our Twitter participant who asked me this question. You need to submit a code into your OUAC that puts you in an application status to apply for the Bachelor of Education whilst having your major in that as well. So what that means is that you will get accepted into your Bachelor of Arts before you get accepted into your Bachelor of Education, and just try to get your supplementary application in as soon as you can, your reference letters, so you have time to like look them over and, like, you know, talk to the person who was your reference. What's wrong?
Your reference.
And just put in some work into that essay. And that's about it. Don't forget to pay. Yeah, you're gonna get used to paying quite a lot in university. Not gonna lie to you. Ow! Primary or junior, intermediate, senior? How do I know which level I want to teach? Kudos to Alyssa Jamal for messaging me this question via the blog. There are 3 levels that you want to look at. One of them is the first and foremost, the youngest. It's primary and junior, and it's from JK to grade 6. You don't need a specialization for that. You can do whatever major you want. It is recommended, though, that if you want to come to Glendon, you do French. And then we have junior to intermediate, which is grade 4 all the way to grade 10. For junior to intermediate, you're going to need 1 teachable, which means for the Glendon students, you will need French to be your major. And then we have intermediate senior, and that is from grade 7 all the way to grade 12. You will need 2 teachables. I think if you're gonna wanna choose primary, intermediate, whatever you want, look back at the experience you have most. This is like a life hack. If you have most experience with little kids, choose that in your application so it can stand out, so it can support your application, but you don't need to stick to it throughout your years. Like, you can switch. Let's see. Do I have to do a double major or a major and minor if I want to teach 2 subjects? So that's a good question. You don't actually need to do 2 majors or a major and minor. That's just a lot of work on your soul. You mainly need to declare teachables, and that's just less credits. For example, for myself, I'm in French Studies as a major, and I'm doing an English teachable. So I'm doing 18 credits in English, and by the time I graduate, I will be suited to teach those 2 languages in high school. Can I study abroad during the program? Yeah, you can totally study abroad, especially if you're doing the IBA, which is mandatory for you to study abroad. Go for it. When will I start my education courses? Very good question. I wonder who wrote that. This concurrent education program is happening over a course of 6 years. Well, in your 5th year, that's when you'll begin practicums and teaching and all that fun stuff. The first couple of years, you just want to transition well into the university life and things like that. You don't want to take on too much, and that I can totally speak for that. Do I have to be fluent in French? That is a good question, my darling. From what I've seen, honestly, like, my friends who've come from core, like, they've struggled more than I have. It's understandable because I came from extended French. You don't actually have to be super fluent, but would be recommended that you have strong skills in written and oral French. If you do not get into the French program here, you can always try doing it at Kiel. Kiel's amazing. I love it. There's a free shuttle. So sometimes with your education courses, actually, if you get in to the Glendon, some of them might actually be at Kiel later on. Is it competitive? Every program is competitive, but you gotta make sure you stand out. Can I just say something? Like, no jokes. I mean, like, jokes aside and everything. Like, if you have passion for a better future and to just better the world for youngsters and just to cater a good classroom environment, you know, good vibes all around, like, you can tell through your application. Like, show that you really do care about the world. Like, what are teachers for? Like, they care. We have one baby. Oh, you can actually see it. Oh, this looks so cool. Tips. Any tips? Yes, I take them in monetary form or in hugs if you see me in person. I'm totally kidding. Tips for you, final tips that I can say. Just show your passion, show you're determined, show everything you got. I feel like if you're watching this anyway, like, you're already on your way. Tips for staying in the program. I mean, you need to maintain a C+ average in all your courses in order to stay in the program, or an overall C. So just, you know, you think it's easy with those high school A's, eh? Oh, you see what I did there? Stay positive. Even if you don't get into this program, it's not the end of the world. If I could just show you like a chart of all the people who have failed and who have done amazing things afterwards, like, yeah, you're gonna be okay. Bonne chance avec tous vos études maintenant et quand vous faites vos demandes. N'hésitez pas de me laisser savoir si vous avez des questions. Je suis en vacances maintenant parce que j'ai fini tous mes examens, donc je peux répondre à toutes vos questions. Ou inquiétudes, n'importe quoi. Okay, y'all, that's the end of the video. I'm gonna link everything below that I ever talked about. If you have any comments, anything, any more questions, be sure to comment down below. I will help you out, or reach me via Twitter, blog. If you have any friends that you know want to get into this program, please do share this video with them, especially if they're trying to get into York. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I hope it made you smile in some way. And if you want to see more, subscribe to this channel. And I just really, really want to thank everyone who tunes in to my life. Just smile, be cool, you're awesome. And just remember to stay positive. Oh, I took a picture of myself instead of closing this.